So this game, shout out to everybody in the chat first off. We're going to start the analysis today. Canty versus the French. Okay. So the French defense is an awesome opening. I mean, I used to play it actually before. I actually played it all my chess life until I was up to 1800 USCF. Once I got to 1800, I switched over into E5. And then after E5, I'm into C5 after 2200. Thanks, Rav94. Thank you so much. FB3 like, yes, the analysis. We in here. Absolutely. It's that time. So French defense, what it is, actually, if you don't even know what a French defense is, this is it. E4, E6. I think, can I flip the board and I have problems now? Perfect. Just so we was having some issues in beta before. I couldn't flip it. So E4, E6, right? This is a French defense. You lead with D5, kind of no matter what. I used to play this opening as black. First opening I learned how to play. All the way up till I was 1800, I would play this against everything. I didn't care what you played as white. I played E6 and D5. And I got up to 1800 doing that. So then I got to E5 afterwards. And then now I play C5, which is, I'll kind of play anything, but C5 is my favorite. So as white here, you know, I played a lot of stuff facing the French. I played what Bobby Fischer likes to play, the KIA, King's Indian Attack. I played the Tarrasch. I played random stuff. I played C4 against it. I played all these openings and finally found something. I'm like, okay, finally I can play this because the French is very solid. So if you guys are out there and think you can refute the French, there is no refutation for the French. So let's put that out there. You cannot refute the French, but you can give it some problems and stuff that's different. So just so you know, the French is very solid. I played it for both sides, actually, against it and with it. And it's irrefutable. So pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Quinn, what's up, Quinn? Welcome to the stream. So what this is, actually, I played the white pieces. This was back in 2015, North American Open. My player or my opponent is 2200. His name is actually, I got the sheet again. I forgot. Andrew Evan Lebovitz. That's his name. Andrew Evan Lebovitz. So he's about 2200. I'll be playing in the under 2300 section. I play with the white pieces. It's about to get very crazy and instructional here. So let's get into it. I play white. E4, E6, D4. All the time. If they give you the center, you take it. That's just how it goes. This is regular theory. D5. Okay, so you got many ways you can go here, guys. You got E5. This is, everybody knows this. I mean, I am not a fan of the white pieces with this. Why, guys? Because you got to know your stuff. If you don't, then I teach my students now to like how to eat up the center real fast and start winning quickly. So, you know, this is one that you get in a lot of trouble with if you don't know what you're doing. This becomes isolated, and my whole job is to just bully this the rest of the game. But white actually has a lot of attacking chances, but a lot of people don't know how to attack correctly. So it's just going to be kind of bad usually. So I like Scott, so I usually head for B3. Yeah, but then it's very positional, and I'm a tactical player, so being in positional stuff is like boring, and I'm not forced, but I'm like, I want to sack something because this is boring. So, you know, usually I'm not a fan of that. Knight D2 is what Kasparov likes to play this. Gary Kasparov. Knight to D2, okay, is the Tarrasch. You can play this. This is very strong too as well. And I played it for a little bit. I really didn't like it too much, just to be honest. So I just went to what Roman DiGiacomo recommends. Anything Roman DiGiacomo plays, that's what I was playing. So I played Knight to C3, and this is the stuff I study and know. Knight C3 kill me now, says Nakasta. Yeah, right. It's also Kara advance, basically with a wasted tempo. Correct, the price. So I go Knight to C3. And then he goes Knight to F6. Knight to F6 is standard here. You also have Bishop to B4 going into the win hour, where I go E5 and C5 and Bishop D2 and Knight B5. And the theory is ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. But you can go Bishop B4. C5 is not a move. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are going to be how many people in chat? Or there's 83 people with us right now. Probably 40 of them after this today are going to play this with the black pieces and end up losing a pawn almost every single time. You cannot play C5 in the win hour or with this knight on C3 most times. You just can't do it. I mean, and there's a lot of students in the chat right now. C5, I've done this before, or they've done this before, and I just win a pawn simply in this manner. And I pick up a pawn, and this is already lights out. It's already over. I'm already up a full pawn, so be careful with that. Indigo says, let's go analysis tonight. You already know. JMP, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I have that. I think it's pretty great. Took me 3 times to get it right, Nakasta. So let's go back here, and he played Knight F6. This is a standard version. Now I'm going to go Bishop G5, because this is usual stuff here. And then he goes Bishop E7, okay? So this is like a classical variation. After I push E5, it goes classical. So let me show you what's about to happen here, guys. This is about to get crazy. This is a helpful chess stream. Hands down. Thank you, Cia W. Thanks, big fella. So after Bishop E7, I go e5. You already changed my strat against the French. There you go, Razor Brand. See, there you go. Okay, Jedi Mastery at its finest right here. So make sure you use that. But watch and learn here. So after e5, now there's a line with 94. This one gets crazy. Honestly, guys, I know so much theory. I can talk about this stuff for days and years because I have studied this stuff for years. But 94 is very interesting. I never really get this, and it's not really that good. Knight d7 is the best way to go. Knight g8 is just not a move. Knight h5 is like, why you might as well, like, why are we still playing? So knight to d7 is the only move in this position. Knight f to d7. And after this, I capture. Now, a lot of you guys actually play this as black. You guys actually play this as black here. And I'm going to give you a tip here. So there's 87 of you. A lot of people out of all of, 5,000 plus followers, 5,400 that we have right now. A lot of you guys are going to miss this lesson right here unless you catch it on the YouTube or the VODs or whatever. Right here, after queen takes e7, f4, this is the classical variation. The only move you should play here is a6. Not only move, but you're supposed to play a6. I can't tell you how many people play c5 here and mess it up. Game's over. Start a new one. Knight b5 and knight c7 and d6 are both threatened. I've gotten even many of you in the chat right now with the same thing. You'll castle and then I'll go knight c7. I'm up a free rook. Or you defend it and I go knight d6 and this is just not fun anymore. King f8, knight f3, knight g5, gg. Hey, let's just start a new one. Just start a new one. So this is over from here. So you have to play a6. a6 stops this, and then you can play c5, but at the same time, you do have to watch for white going crazy on this side of the board because it gets wild. Now, he plays a6 in the game. 2200, I expect him to play the correct moves here. So he played a6. After a6, I finish what I'm supposed to do. Knight f3, this is still theory. Still theory. Thank you so much for the follow, Ed Bits. This is still theory, okay? Still theory, knight f3, like the Ben Fine go, it's still theory, guys. Knight f3, right? So here we go. This man played a move and I'm like, you know what? Hey, you know what? It's just, maybe he's doing this, beforehand. Like sometimes you can reverse a move order and maybe he's doing this first. So he played knight to b6 and I was like, knight b6. So I was like, okay, haven't seen that one. That one's new. I don't know what this is. Knight b6. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to keep developing because this is still, guys, I am still in theory. I'm not even thinking at this point. So queen to d2, it's the same thing. I castle queen side, g4, go crazy, and then like go off. It's always a thing like that, especially because he's going to castle the side now 9 times out of 10. And if he doesn't, then I get a strong king side attack and just blow that side open and put pressure there and win that way. Never seen knight b6 either. Yeah, knight b6 is something serious, JMP. It's something serious. So I'm like, okay, knight b6. I'm like, oh, all right. You would do knight b6 usually later after c5 and then captures on c5 and then knight to c6. This knight does come to b6, but not now. So I was like, okay, maybe he reversed the move order. All right, we'll keep it moving. Queen d7. Then he goes bishop d7. And I was like, again, I'm like, bishop d7. I have never seen this. I was like, is he casting queenside? Maybe he's casting queenside. So I was like, okay, maybe he's about to go queenside then. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm about to just keep moving. So I castle queenside, right? And this game, I remember the emotions in this game. I castle queenside, and then he played this move right here. Everybody ready? He played this move right here, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like froze. I'm telling you right now, I was frozen. Bishop b5, and I was like, what? Whoa, hold up. What is this? You look around the room, you look back at the board, get up, walk around, get some water, thinking real hard, staring at the wall. Like, what is this? What happened? What? And I don't know. Like, what is this? You don't even know what to say. I was like, bishop b5. I've never seen it. Never seen it. And then when I looked at this with the engine too, they said that this was an okay move. And I'm sitting here like, bro, I've never seen this in my life. I don't know what to do. Your heart start racing. You start thinking crazy thoughts. You don't know what to do. You start getting hot and sweating and stuff. This is exactly what's going on. I'm like, knight c4 is coming in. Oh, if I take this, I open the file. Man, what am I doing? Why do I play this game? I don't even know. What is this? Queen b4. And I'm like, then you gotta calm down. Remember, I am in Jedi school. I am training to be a Jedi here. This is before I was a real Jedi. I was like, okay, I gotta think. I'm in school here. What do I do? What do I do? So the question to you guys is, what do you do in this position? You here in the hot seat. What do you do now? Bishop to b5 is white to move, big fella. JMP's like, I stop, I breathe, I look to the sky, and I pray. I pray. Says JMP. I'm doing that at the board sometimes. Oh my goodness, Lord, please. I can't tell you. I just said so many prayers at the board before. Trying to trade his bad bishop. Yep, correct. Why do I play this game? Correct. King B1. Tech Gambino, what's up, big fella? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. G4. Okay, I'm liking that. G4 is nice, actually. Tech Gambino. G4 is actually nice. Push A4. Okay, you jumping off the deep end, Pawn Sire. That's okay. We do have an emote for that. I'm gonna put that in there. That's for you. That's for you. Jumping straight off the deep end, all the way down with a smile. A4 is not a move. B3, close. It's scary, honestly. B3 just goes Queen A3. He's just chilling on A3 for the rest of the game. He's probably never getting out of there. We got G4. Bishop D3. Never considered that. It's actually an interesting move too. G4 again, and Ed Wid with the move. Ed Wid. Oh my goodness, guys. Ed Wid with the star move. KF32, guys. KF32. I didn't even think about it. I forgot it was a move. I forgot. I didn't even think of KF32, bro. Indigo with the lightsaber A3. So here's what I did. I sat here and I thought, and I was like, I honestly don't know what to do here. So I was like, well, I do know I need to keep developing and I need to just keep going like nothing happened, honestly. I'm not taking his bishop, and anything that goes to C4, I can snap and keep moving. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just get out of the way. There we go. D Price found it. I think nobody else said it. Let me make sure. Yeah, nobody else said. Oh, wait. No. We got one in here. Grantix and D Price both said King B1. That's what I did. I went King B1 because, and this is a different kind of lesson here. But notice when you castle queenside, you're not fully castled. I always like to say that. You're not fully castled until your king's actually like here. King B1. I just stepped here because I know I have to do it anyway. So, let me just do it now and see what he does. Because I'm not taking this. I'm not doing anything here. So let's see what he did. King B1. Who's GM? Fingo got nice emotes, bro. He has a King B1 emote. King B1. Who does that? Only Fingo. That was great. That's a great one. King B1. Bishop B5 is an empty threat. He wants the light square bishop. He's not going to trade it. Yeah, he's trying to get rid of his bishop here. And I'm like, man, that was sweet. Honestly, it was very creative. And I think I told him after the game, I was like, bro, I've never seen that. So imagine you like prepped up, because I prep hard for tournaments. I even prep harder than I did, 4 or 5 years ago. But back then I was like prepped, and I'm like, man, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. And he played this, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? I forgot how to play this game. I don't even know, like, what is this? So it gets scary. So King B1, and after King B1, he snaps. Now, which rook do you take with? The D rook. This is a quick one. Get it in the chat. The D rook or the H rook? The H rook or the D rook? Quick one here. Put a letter H or D. Which rook are you doing? We got H's. We got H going crazy in the chat right now. H is everywhere. H. We got a D from Tech Gambino. H is D from Ethical. No clue, says Erder. D from Matt Smith. H32. D from Iris. Keep doubled up on the D file. Crabs thing says Zane. Yeah, so here we go, big fella. Put your hand in the air one time and just breathe. Let it go. Nice. It's the D rook. That's the rook I chose there. So good job for the D rook guys in the chat. I did choose the D rook. I chose the D rook here. And let's talk about this for a minute. You can take with either rook, honestly. Yeah, man, we're definitely going to talk about that Guanqi. So what I didn't like was the flexibility of my queen. I didn't like where my queen was. And I also wanted to clear this rook. Check this out, guys. Watch this. If something as simple as rook takes here, knight c4, I can put my queen on d3. And then I go queen b4, and it's like, oh snap, I might as well start a new game. Or it's looking very scary, basically, to say the least. b3, I never can take this. I can't play king c1 because I'm getting mated. And this seems crazy. Maybe knight c6, a5. It's scary. It's very scary, and I don't have a method of defense right now. It's just pressure that it's unnecessary. Unnecessary pressure I don't need. And I'm stuck defending already. So what I wanted to meet this with is be able to rook takes, knight c4, and let's say we try the same queen move again. Well, then I can go knight to d1, defend this, and play c3, kick the queen, and then maybe play knight e3 to kick this. Jedi mastery at its finest. Jedi mastery. On the way to get my Jedi lightsaber here. This was before I got the saber. This was before. So we still trying to get it. All right, we learned it. Absolutely. So I just cleared the way for a piece to help out in this attack. That's what it was about. Smarter in the chat. But I got an attack. Correct. So I wanted to be able to stop this attack with knight to d1. I see. Yeah, so that's why I took with the d-rook. And he didn't go knight c4. Surprised me, actually. Breaking chess principles because why not? Right, why not? So watch this. Rook d. So he goes c5. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I like to see, big fella. Let's go, Squills. That's some depth sight. Thanks, man. You the man. Thank you. Appreciate it. 104 viewers. 105 now. Nice. Welcome to the stream, all 100 viewers. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Hit the follow button if you are new here today. Welcome to the stream. Well, of course, he's in it. Right. So, yeah. Okay, so here we go. C5. He plays C5 here. Now, I can take this and allow the queen to get a little bit closer. I got other stuff I can do. What do you think I did here? What would you do with white now? He plays c5. He didn't go knight c4. Do you defend? Do you defend something? Do you attack something? What do you do? Herb Dreams, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Concrete analysis and principles. Yes, sir. That's what we do. Have you ever been a GM? Absolutely not. Of course not. In your mind, absolutely. And in your goals and in your dreams, as you should have those if you play this game. But never on paper yet. It's the key thing. I'm still about that G4 life. G4, okay. G4, F5, G4, H4. This move is F2. Oh, this move is 12. I'm taking move. This is move 12. I'm taking notes. All right, C5, 92. H4, pushed a pawn. H4, A3. I went with, here you go, guys. Silence. Everyone's silent. Everyone's quiet. Look around. Breathe. Let it go. Here we go. Everybody real quiet right now. I know it's quiet everywhere. Here we go. G4. I played G4. So I played G4 because a big dog could. Yes, Dota, that's right. I played G4 first because I'm like, why not? Why not, bro? It's crickets. Yeah. Quiet everywhere. Why not play G4 now? Because I can do whatever. G4 with the bang, says JC. That's right. G4 with the bang. I did G4 because I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to attack, I might as well do it right now. Okay, everything is honestly developed. And if he still goes for the same attack, I can always go back to D1 like I did anyway. So it's time for me to attack now. Threatening F5. His king is still in the center of the board. He needs to figure out, is he going this route, which is already quite open on his side? Or is he going this route where I'm about to just hit him with the whole sink and open the front door? Hey, bro, you know, we got company. Like, everybody's coming in the house. F5, F6 is getting bad. Queen H6, especially after castles. When they castle here, 9 times out of 10, they get mated. It gets bad. It gets really bad in this position after F5, Queen F4, Knight H4, G5s, F6s, rooks come over here, and it's overwhelming attack every single time it happens that way. Unless you get a slip up and blunder, or like black sometimes is able to counter attack, which I've had games like that. But I find that this works the charm at most times when you go G4. So G4, he goes Knight C6, he develops and gets out of the way. And here we go. Now, I mean, honestly, guys, I'm going to ask probably every move from here. What do you do as white? Because this was one of the most instructive. I mean, it was, I remember using so much brain power here in this game. It was wild. And French games they start positional, but towards the middle and the end game, these are some of the most tactical games you will see later on, just due to this attacking on both sides, what can happen, what should happen. It's so much richness in these kind of positions. F5, B3 there is forbidden. Yeah, I mean, actually, you know what's funny? The engine says B3 at one point, but it's not now, but they do go B3 later on. And I didn't choose B3 because I'm not trying to make any extra weakness with this queen and this knight coming over and this rook being, you know, 2 houses down the street for me right now. So he's ready. He's like on the way. So let's just relax. I'm not about to play B3 and do anything I don't necessarily need to do as a weakness. I want to focus on this attack because this king's still a little unsafe while I'm able to defend with knight to D1 at the right moment. Knight to E2. I don't like rook G1, H4, H4. I still haven't seen this move yet. I still haven't seen it. Rook G1, rook H to G1, H4, knight E2, queen F2 from Mr. Charm, H4, F5. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Shout out to Mr. Charm. Queen F2. I play Queen F2. Queen f2, because I'm like, you know what, to take is a mistake a lot of times. I don't want to take this and just let the queen just snap. So I want to do my own thing. I'm going to go queen to f2. I'm going to sit here and relax. And I'm also going to put some pressure here. And also, I'm threatening to take this. I am a big fan of threats, guys. I'm a huge fan of threats and counterplay. Tactics, that's where most of your stuff comes from a lot of times. So I want to create a threat. And I created the threat here, so I'm able to take this. So it kind of forces him to do something. Either you're going to take this, or I'm going to take you. I'm also threatening f5 too. So I like threats like this. I also stepped out of the way of this annoying tempo that's eventually going to hit me. Knight c4 is eventually going to happen. And I want to put my queen on a square that's pretty good. Queen e2 is kind of annoying. I didn't really have any follow-up. I'm also just dropping the pawn. Queen g2 don't work. Queen e3, I'm still getting hit with knight c4. Queen here, why is my queen on the back rank? I don't even know. So queen f2, I'm just sitting here chilling and see what happens. So I went with the f2 square. He does take. I take with the knight, obviously. And now he goes knight to c4. And I'm like, well, okay, shoot. Well, now my queen's, oh, my queen's not hit anymore, but queen b4 is coming. I mean, stuff looks scary here for both sides, actually. Step out of obvious tempo. Correct. I like queen f2. Thank you. Who is the player? He's about 2,200, actually. Pretty strong player. 2,200. He's like 2,194 as of that tournament. 2,194. But his name is Andrew Lebovitz. Strong here. So honestly, why didn't I go there again? I think I was losing my queen or something. I play, let me actually see. Let me ask you, what do you do here? Matt Smith says A3, 91 from Knight Spade. What do you do here, guys? This is a hairy one. Like I sat here and I was like, man, this is tough. Honestly, this was so hard to figure out. Just so hard to figure out. This move is tough. I want to play knight takes c6, but I want to open a b file. Correct. That's a new one. Knight to d3. That's not a move. Knight b3. I think that's what you mean, Tevin. Knight b3. b3 to kick the knight instantly. b3, I am not pushing that pawn and about to have all that pressure on the dark squares coming at me. Rook to e1, knight b3, a3. So shout out to the people that said knight to b3 because that's the engine move. That's the recommendation from the engine. For me, guys, I was not trying to play knight b3. I'm an attacking player and he's not really attacking me yet. It is coming. But, you know, if I'm not, I'm not trying to play knight b3. It just feels too defensive. And especially with his king in the center, I'm a move away from playing f5. Knight b3 is just not an option right now to me. But knight b3, of course, the engine sees all. You always have to have those two evaluations. What does the engine say? But what is a human going to do? Most likely. So knight b3 is really not, not a move. This is not a thing, right? So you could go knight b3 though. It protects the check. Yeah, but the check's not a thing. You can't actually check. You can't do that. Knight d3 is really not a move. Really though. Really, it's not a move. P1 is pray, right. Knight takes c6, not a move. I'm not opening the b file. Absolutely not. Might as well resign in the next few. A3. So shout out to all the A3s in the chat. Shout out to all the A3s because that's what I played. I played A3 and I know I thought a long time here because I was like, what if he sacks? If he sacrifices, then I'm able to get out of it. Sacrifice takes, queen takes. Then I could go knight b3, threatening queen c5. So now I'm about to trade. Now, if he goes knight b4, he's actually not threatening this at all. But I could go queen c5, cutting off all this right now, threatening queen a5 to threaten to trade off, and also f5, f6. So if something like tactically here, and then you push it again. I also have knight b5. Well, no, I don't. Actually, that's hanging. So f6, and then I'm threatening mate myself, actually. He can't castle either way. And it's crazy. I mean, lines get wild here. Checks and all kind of stuff. It looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely insane, right? So sacking didn't work just yet. You got to play big boy move, says Arvin. RV, correct. Correct. That was wacky. I know, bro. And I'm like, man, this guy pushing tight. I'm over here sweating right now. I'm sweating real hot. It escalated quickly. Real quick. Real quick, bro. I'm like, oh man, it's about to go down. He played rook c8, and I'm like, oh man, if I breathe wrong, if I look in the wrong direction, I'm going to lose. If I breathe too hard, I'm going to lose. If I pick up my pencil and write the notation down the wrong way, I'm going to lose. Anything that I do here wrong, you're going to lose the game. So I had to be careful here because this is now a piece that was not there a move ago. That's helping out, especially on knight takes a3. I am over here almost freaking out at the board. Like, what do you even do? So you need to be sharp. You need to be accurate. You need to be very accurate. It's so funny how in chess you can have principal quiet moves and then one move everything just turns crazy. Yeah, one move it's like everything's cool and then oh man he jumped out the window. Man, it was fine. We was just talking to him and then he just jumped off the deep end. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it happens like that all the time in chess. Rook to c8. So what do you do with white here? Rook on c8. It's time for you to do something. What do you do, guys, when you put in this predicament? White to move. Time for f5 from Tech Gambino. D Price with f5. Sounds like when I used to argue with the wife, I saw him pick up the pencil. You lose. Jump off the cliff, says Granite. He just fell in the river. f5. Resign, says Quinn. Oh, man. Knight c to e2. Well, and you see everybody jumping off the deep end here, except a few. Knight c to e2. Knight c to e2 is straight off, not a move. Knight d2, and it's a check. And game over. I can't handle the pressure. Oh, it's a lot of pressure here. Attack the king side. Correct. I have nothing else to do. If it don't work now, it just won't work. So I need to go with it before, you know, he just come hit me with the sink and bring all his friends with him. f5. I had to go for it. There's nothing else to do. I'm going to play f5 and don't even care what the next move is. f5. And I sat here for, I remember thinking like 30 minutes here before I played f5. Because I needed to be right because he can take this both ways with two different knights. So if you can take with two different knights, you got to look at every single line inside and out, reverse a move order, try this move. Does this one work? Why does this one not work? Why is this in between better than this in between? So that's going to take us some time, you know, especially looking 4 or 5 moves deep every line, each one being precise. It's going to take some time. So I think I took 20-30 minutes here because I had to look at each one. What happens? What's the best moves here? What's sharp? What's not sharp? Because if you're wrong, you lose. So it's very tough here. So I played f5. f5 takes knight f5. Correct, but it's very easy to go wrong. Honestly, I say for both sides, but I think easier for black because of the fact the king's still in the center here. So at the end of the day, king is still in the center, even if I lose some pawns here. How are you, Jedi? What's up, Z Nation? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad I got here in time. Looking really sharp so far. Yep, KYLO, we are here right now. Pretty tough. What about saving a knight on a3? Saving a knight on a3? The pawn on a3? Sacking on a3. Yeah, sacking doesn't work, unfortunately, just because I'm still able to defend with knight b3. And then after knight b4, I can go, I think, queen to d4. And then sacking doesn't work because I can take this. But this is hairy. I mean, look at this. This is like scary stuff right here. Rook takes, check here, but you can't take. Luckily, I'm getting out of stuff, right? And then a check, you're trying to get this in, but you can't. Like the queen's there. You would love to get the knight here and replace these two, but you actually can't without me moving in time. It's just not enough. It's not enough. As scary as that looks, it's just not enough. Crazy, right? So he never took it. He didn't even consider it. What did the engine think about f5? The engine actually did not like f5. I think they wanted me to do something else like rook d1 or something weird because of queen c5, I think is what they were saying afterwards, or like it was a trade. Yeah, f5, they said the best move is this. They just said trade everything off. Trade everything off. And I was like, yeah, that is actually pretty solid. And now this is hanging and it's pretty tough to play here, especially now if I move the queen, you got knight takes a3. But honestly, I probably would have went for this just to maybe look at it, but also d4. Ooh, that's weird. So you got to be careful here. So it's different. What was the evaluation at this point? At this point, it was equal, but if he would have went for this, he'd be -1. If he would have went for this line, it'd be -1. So difficult, right? Even after f5 with the king in the center, but the engine sees all is what I always say. You'd be surprised even in positions in like Scandinavian or like even Black Lion positions. There's some openings that no matter what you do, you're going to have a +1 for white. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Sometimes the engine doesn't understand, you know, and which is weird to say. You'll be surprised on what the engine does not understand. It's pretty cool. But, you know, that's why I always go with the 2 evaluation point. You got to have a human one and you got to have the engine one. You got to have the engine one. But what you as a human, what is really going on? So I played f5 and he took right here. He took, right? So I took back on f6, on e6. He took on e6. And then what do you do here, guys? This is wild. It's still a lot of chess left. I mean, this move 18, we still got another 30 moves. This game was wild. So What do you do now? Rook E1 from Dota. Thanks for the follow, Druid Fiesta. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Rook to E1. A lot to think about here, guys. What do you do? Knight takes E6 from Cook 2 Live. Wild, says Lovely Reigns. Knight takes D5 and Queen F6 or F6. Yeah, F6, Queen F3. No, I don't know what you talking about, Z Nation. F6. Oh, he put the. I'm like, yeah, he jumping off the deep end. He knew what he was doing, just trolling. Yeah, okay. Queen F4, Queen F4, Queen F4. A lot of stuff here, guys. Queen F4 was another consideration. Queen G3 was another one too, as well. We need more time. Yeah, kind of. You probably do need some more time here. Rook G1, Queen G3. I like Rook E1. Shout out to the Rook E1s in the chat. That's what I played here because I know that I'm gonna have constant pressure here. Even though he can take this, but I always have Queen G3. Now I'm threatening this. If you go back to the original square, I just win a piece, and I'm also hitting this on E6 with the pressure of just winning the queen and winning the game from here. So with the king being in the center again, that's why sometimes you have to sacrifice material just to keep the king in the center. That's a very good note there to have, because if the king castles, then he may be okay. So he didn't do for this, but I did go Rook E1. And then he went Queen C5. Oh my goodness. Now when he went Queen C5, I went into Jedi mode here. This is one of the games that helped me train to become the Jedi I am today. Queen to C5, and I went off from here. Now it's time for white to do some damage. What do you do here? There's a lot going on, and you need to be precise. So what did the Jedi do? Did your opponent ever castle? You get to it. You'll see. You'll see, Queen. Rook to F1 from Dota. Rook F1. So he's talking about this rook to F1. Aspirations on the file. Knight takes E6. Tech Gambino jumped off the deep end and lost his queen all the way down with a smile. Knight takes E6. Not a move. Rook H to F1. B4. B4. I just had to laugh. That was funny. That one was hilarious. B4. That was funny. Positive chess. B4. I just want to show this one. You just take here and then take here. But you never want to push these around the king. Never want to do those. Knight takes D5. Okay. Knight takes E6, Queen X, and then Knight D2 is discover check, and you get the queen back. So Knight to D2 afterwards. Knight takes Queen F2. How am I getting the queen back? B4, you play that move. Oh, B4, that's funny. Ready for action. That was funny. Canty, everlasting. That was great. Never mind. Correct. There's a rook. Way of plan. Rook H to G1. Rook takes E5. Martin Kessler, Queen. Here we go. Martin Kessler, you have found the move. First one to say it. I snapped here. Whoa. And then you felt the shockwave as he did the Matrix in the back of his seat, and his chair flew back. His chair was flying back in slow motion, and then he came back to life, and it was his move. Rook takes E5. I snapped it, didn't look at it, didn't even care. I stared at him and stood up and looked around the room, and then I sat back down. Rook takes E5. Rook takes E5. It's on the board. I have sacrificed my knight. I don't care about life at this point. Rook takes E5. So after... Didn't even see this yet. Here we go. Watch it. Watch it happen. He snaps it because he like, I gotta see this. I mean, when you get in this kind of position, somebody does this to you, it's like, okay, well, I'm already here. I gotta do it. I'm already here. So he took it without thinking. And I play Rook E1. Reinforce the threat here. Hit the knight. If you move the knight, there's gotta be mate threats. I didn't even know if there were. I just was like, there gotta be mate threats. Sometimes you feel that is right, and if you're wrong, well, shoot, maybe you can get a perpetual or figure something out. But of course, with the king in the center here, me playing many games, I'm just gonna figure this out because this king's in the center here with a knight, rook, and a queen here. And if I snag this one's probably gonna fall. So maybe I can get another knight in here. It's going to work. It's going to work. So you have to trust that it does. So after rook to E1, he goes rook F8, hitting my queen. He finally castled. He can't castle queenside because the rook's gone, and you can't castle this way because the queen's cutting him off. right? So there, the king is in the center. So he plays rook f8. Now the king is always going to be in the center. Queen c5 was losing to the engine. Correct. Queen c5 was straight up not a move, blunder. Didn't even seem like it, didn't feel like it, and it took me 30 minutes to take this knight, to figure everything out. Rook takes e5. Rook f8, and then what do you do with the queen? Where are we going? Queen takes f8. Okay, I like that. I like that, ethical. I like that. Only thing is, I can take with the queen on f8. Queen takes f8, and then he gonna stand back up and look at me with a smirk. Like, are you serious? Sorry, got him. I just saw that. Yep, queen takes f8. Now the thing, he should have castled. Correct. He should have castled early on. Queen g3 from Dota. Queen h4. Oh, my man. What's up, Incognito? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Queen e3 from Irish. And there we are. He's found it. Irish found it. Queen to e3. We were waiting for that. I went queen to e3 because I want to be able to take with the queen here, honestly. And I'll maybe defend some other stuff. Queen g3, I think, was just a little bit misplaced. Meaning, like, let's just look at it, for instance. Queen g3, he goes, like, knight here. And then rook takes. And let's say he moves his king somewhere. Maybe even king d7. Unfortunately, I do not have another check. This is hanging. This is sort of hanging, connected to this. And my queen's kind of misplaced, honestly. So it should be, you would rather have it over here. And I don't have a good move unless, I mean, queen e3, he can kind of develop and do this. It's just weird. I was not a fan of it. So I went queen e3 instead, so I can lead with the queen and everything still be connected. So queen e3, I could take this way, and then I can probably swing the knight in, and stuff is just easier this way. So I'm queen e3. I'm pretty good. How about you? Sharp as always. Incognito. Thanks, bro. Thanks for hanging out. I wanted to say queen e3. Yes, I chose queen e3. So after queen e3, he goes knight to e6. Here we go, guys. Oh my goodness, tactics win games. Okay, so I snap on e6. He goes king d8. Now what do you do, guys? Finish this off here. This is out. This is out, but the sequence has to be right. And I was very proud of myself too, actually, looking at this. I hit every analysis or every engine move after this was correct for like the next 7 moves. It was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's why I got that lightsaber that day. I forgot. Dang. Okay. And it reinforces, you know, how you feel and what you're doing with your game. Only Jedi Master. Place this straight light here. Yep. Knight takes d5 from Martin Kessler. Knight takes knight. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, Elephant Bush. Knight takes knight. Don't take the knight. Everybody. Knight takes c6 from CW. Knight takes c6. Man, why everybody taking this knight? It's actually, that's like the worst move, guys. Knight takes c6 is not a move. I can take with the rook, and then it's almost like, what did you do? Do you really want to take this now? I mean, this is nothing. You have gave away. You are losing at this point. You are losing now. So that's not a move. Try again. Knight takes d5. Okay, so knight d5. Well, what happens on knight takes here? Find a move, guys. What do you do now? Where's your check at? This is not a move. It's not real. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. You just dropped a piece. Drop the piece. Knight f5. Knight f5 is a good consideration, but I think I'm just running away, and that's what I ran. I think that was the problem here. And then if I take this, knights look very nice, but I am still down in exchange, and his king is safer than what it was before. So I'm like, dang, okay, that don't work. Find another move, guys. Find another one. King, knight f3. Knight f3, not a move. White to move and win. Check first. Rook e5. Knight a4. Still not right. Nobody has found it. And here's the engine recommendation. I did exactly what the engine did. I went knight to b3. Whoa. Jedi mastery at its finest. Knight to b3, guys. Knight to b3 first. I thought a while here because I was like, I don't need it on f5. And again, this goes back to what I always like to say, like, make threats. Make threats. So knight b3 allowed me to hit the queen with tempo. Queen, if the queen goes somewhere crazy, I'm always going to check and snap. So if he does something like queen b6, check, it's lights out. Actually, that's mate. Ouch. That's mate. So you can't allow me to get that check. That's mate. Queen can't go anywhere. So queen can't go in. Yeah, right. So the only move, you can't go here, of course, obvious reasons. So the only move, honestly, you can go to is on e7, which is crazy. Strong, quiet move. Strong, KYLO. Very strong. Hey, Canty, what's up, Balaji? Welcome to the stream, bro. This is from 2015 North American Open, playing against the French. I was playing, it's 2194, just about 2200. Play Grob says queen f2. After check comes the threat to eat, says Vertwitch. So here we go. Knight to b3. What was the evaluation of knight a4 with a similar idea? So let me see, actually. Honestly, I don't think you need an evaluation on knight a4 right here because you just snap the knight. Just kind of take it. I can actually take this way. Maybe this way. Knight takes d4 and then takes and then takes. This is interesting, right? Interesting. But let's look at this in game. Who's winning? 3-4-5, 3-4-5. It's about even. About even. That's a crazy one. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's a crazy line right there. Well, maybe I should take this first then. Oh, but then ouch. Knight takes. Ooh, lights out. Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, I was at 2015 Nao. You was? That's nice, bro. What section was you in, Blodgy? Never seen that mate picture. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. Open? You played in open? That's nice, bro. I was in under 23. I was 2290. So what happened is knight to b3. He went queen e7. Okay. He went queen to e7. And then after queen e7, easy. It's an easy move here. You just take with check because I'm hitting the queen here. I am hitting the queen. I was under 2300. Wait, no, I was also on. I'm about to say, Balaji. I'm like, dang, Balaji, that was 4 years ago. You was playing the open section? Dang, Balaji, ain't you like 15? Like, what you mean? 4 years ago, you was playing the open section. You was 11. You know, so makes sense. 2016, he said, no, it was the next year I was in the open. Oh, you was 12. Sorry. So, okay, here we go. Queen takes d5. Queen to d7 is a move, actually. Queen d7. Now make another move, guys. What do you do now? Think threats. Threats is what helped me crush this game. Threats, guys. Make the threats. The threats is what allowed me to win. Everything here was automatic threats. Threats which allowed me to gain time. Queen g5 check. Queen g5 check. Rook d1 from Dota. Queen to c5. Correct. Queen c5. Queen c5, I hit the rook. If you move rook anywhere, I'm going to go rook here, and I get your queen. So you are in trouble. You are in trouble. King's in the center of the board. So how do you defend this rook and also not get skewed here? I was on board 3 the last day. Oh, man. That's crazy, Balaji. We had to be right next to each other, Balaji. Literally. Because I got tied for second place that year. I got a tie for second place. So you was like right there. Almost went off the deep end with knight c5. King c7, correct. But then lost and drew the last. Yeah, that's what's up. Canty has over 100 people watching. Blessings. Yo, what's up, Dave Carlton? Welcome to the stream, bro. Queen f7, so easy. Ended in 38th. Oh, man, that's tough. Knight d4, bad for him. So here's what he did. Who said king c7? C a W, you're correct. And also knight spade. King c7. Boom. Now watch this, guys. Jedi. This is where, you know, like Super Saiyan kind of. I just went Super Saiyan 17 here. And then the lightsaber and the Jedi appeared here. The Jedi appeared right here. And this is where I got my first lightsaber. King c7. 97. I was 2000. Yeah. Rook e7. Rook king e7. It says king c7, rook e2, so I think that's what you mean. Love the tactic here. It says Balaji. Everybody sees it. It's correct. It's right here. Let's watch the fireworks, guys. Rook e7. Oh, my goodness. Lean back. Rook e7. Rook e7. Whoa. It's like clink, 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 clack, 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 clack. It's an echo when you let the piece go. Do you hear that echo? Is it hot in here? Oh, man. As you start asking those questions. Rook e7. Rook e7. So you can't take with the knight. Obvious reasons. It's pinned. And if you take with the queen, which he does, knight to d5 check. Now, let me tell you this, guys. There is still another 20 moves after I won the queen. This is a tough game. I mean, very tough. One of the hardest games I probably ever played. Knight d5 check, king d7. I take the queen and take. Now, look at this compensation for a second here. It's not the fact I am up material, and white is actually +2 from this right here all the way through the rest of the game. White's +2. But knowing this, like, you know, you still, that's why you have to have 2 evaluations. You need to have one for the human. Is this easy to win? It's not that easy, but yeah, you're winning, but just not that easy. So you still have stuff. You got to be accurate and be careful here. Be careful. So here we go. Kirisan here, right? Queen d4 in total shocker, the French surrender. Yeah, I can easily love both sides of this position. Correct. But if I lose 2 pawns as black here, it's not going to be so fun anymore. And that's kind of what happened. I noticed that, like, if I can snap some pawns, I'm going to be just fine. Is that the best move? I thought 2 rook versus queen is considered playable. Correct. It's considered playable, but it's based off position. It's based off the position. Let's say you got 2 rooks and a king versus a queen and like 4 pawns. We're going to go queen 4 pawns all day. because something's going to happen, and pawns is going to, or even 2 pawns sometimes. It just depends on how the position looks. Every position is a little bit different. Knight takes e7, so I did go queen d4 check. He goes king e8. Now, would you take on g7 or would you do something else? I'm going to give you a hint, guys. Knight c5 or queen takes g7. Which one are you choosing? Knight c5 or queen takes g7? Black lacks king safety. Correct, elephant. Correct. Queen d4 check. Queen versus 2 rooks depends on safety of the pawn, says Tech Gambino. 100%. 100%. Creates more threats. Queen takes g7. Knight c5. c5 threatens queen d7. Knight c5 because I can't see the line, but you mentioned it. Queen takes g7. Knight c5. All right, it is knight c5. Knight c5 is the move. I chose knight to c5. Absolutely. Because, you know, when you find a good move, look for a better one. Edward Lasker, right? So knight takes b7. And you also have check as well. So I just want to put this knight on c5. It just looks better here. Also, knight e6. I mean, I got options. I can always kind of snag this. So I went here. He goes rook to c7 and defends. And I'm like, oh, snap. That's a fork. But you thought it was. You thought it was. Because I just check you on the back rank. And it's not a fork anymore. And I'm gone. More pieces for mate. Correct. I feel like you just told us to take the pawns, but I want to get the knight closer too. Right. That's right, red. Knight c5, queen takes g7. Also, the rooks aren't well coordinated right now. That's a good point, Tech Gambino. When you have 2 rooks versus a queen, if the rooks can be able to be very coordinated with the knight, then I would have some serious problems. But if I can discoordinate them or they never get coordinated due to the king's safety, I could absolutely win. Depends on it. Hits the back rank. Correct. Correct. Check on d7 with the queen. Probably not. I'm not trying to jump off the deep end. I do value life, so I'm just don't. That's not a thing. You know, I wanted to live. I'm with living. So queen d7 is not a thing. King to c1. So here we go. I went queen a4. And I think, what did the engine do here? Let me actually see. I forgot what they did right here. They did knight to e6 and then let them check them and then king a2 because of the activity of the knight. The knight's very well placed here regardless of what's really going on. And they say knight e6 is the #1 move. So that's what they chose. And it's actually +5 here. But what I did was queen a4 check. I just wanted to see where he was going to go, honestly. And if he goes anywhere else, honestly, any move besides b5 is like bad. I mean, rook c6, I can take on b7. Knight here, I can also take, I think, or knight e6 or something like that. But I can also check. That's what my main thing was, to swing around here if he moves the knight. And if he goes king anywhere, I get to pick up a rook. So here and here, I pick up a rook too. So you can't move the king either. So I played queen a4 check. Kind of a weird move, but something to see what he does. He did go b5. Oh, wow. Actually, right here. No. Where are we at? Right here. So queen a4, b5. After b5, I go queen to b4 to defend this knight. He hits me with a check. King a2, rook f6, queen d4. He goes a5. And at this point, I'm like, man, this is hard. This is not easy. Like, at all. Like, what do you do here? There's so many moves. Knight e4 is a move. G5 is a move. Queen d4 is a move. Oh my goodness, everything's a move. But I was like, well, I don't want these to be mobile, and I kind of want to hold this down. Engine didn't. I mean, I'm still +2 after this because I think it was like +5 right here. But after b4, it's like it's just +2. You're still winning, but you could have did better basically. So I went b4 though. B4 just to have some extra pieces. Also some room for my king. I wanted to make sure, like, if stuff happens, I want to have some running room for my king. How much water did you drink during the game? This is sweating pure. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I probably did. I had a gallon of water right next to me here because this was tough. I mean, very scary game for both sides. Snap, snap. He went knight c6. I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, I got to do something. So I hit him. Actually, I hit him with a check. He goes rook e7. You can't take this if you guys are wondering. So I took on h7. He took on b4. Let me show you this next few moves here. King b3, knight c6. I check him on g8. He goes here, and then he checks me right here. Boom, black to move, white to move. What do you do? Rook f3 check. Oh my goodness, it's looking kind of scary. Looking kind of. Okay, that's a huge kind of. But rook f3 check, what do you do? Do you take the rook or do you not take the rook? When could you place the fork on the rooks? But he could hit your back rank. Couldn't you check him on d8 and take the other rook? Fork. You could place the fork. Oh yeah, I could have, but I just don't think that worked. I just don't think it was right there. Don't take. Everybody's saying don't take. Right, correct, guys. Don't take the rook. Obvious reasons. Check. And you might as well just, like, you know, find the nearest building, jump, and just go to the top level and just jump off deep end. You have jumped off the deep end of the boat. It's really over. Like, why? Why would you do this to yourself? It's okay to cry right here at the board. It will be okay. And everybody will understand. It's not a move. Queen takes f3. It's just over. So, of course, the only move here is c3. Knight d3 is an option. Why? Because I can block it. But I honestly want to keep my knight where it is. It's very strong. What's up, James? What's up, Shreya? Welcome to the stream. Take the knight with check. Well, of course, absolutely. But I got to defend first because I'm in check. c3. So I want c3 just to defend. I also threatening this knight with check and maybe some stuff back here. So he goes knight to e5. I'm like, man, I need something to do here. Guys, try to be clever here. I actually played g5. He went rook f2 and then knight e4. Rook takes. Knight d6. King d7. And then what do you do, guys? Very simple. Very simple. Very simple here. Username, first one in the chat with it. CW says knight f6. I'm assuming I know you meant knight f5. Correct. Knight f5 in the chat. King to e8. I take the rook. And then he plays knight c4. So what do you do? White to move. White to move. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. First move to come to mind. First move. First move. First move. First move to come to mind. Juan Odusa says knight f5 check. First move to come to mind. Queen to b4. Okay. King b3. Queen b5. King b4, queen takes b5, queen b5, queen b5. Okay, got it, got it. Everybody's correct. Everybody's correct. That's good. Nobody got mated here. Nobody got mated. That's good. That's good. There's so many ways you can. I mean, not to go wrong, but something ridiculous as like knight to c6 for whatever reason, because you just feeling froggy today. Then you just get mated here on b2. I mean, I just have to show this because this will happen, especially in like bullet games. Oh man, like embarrassing, right? That hurts. So of course, queen b5 is the finishing move here, and he resigned, and the Jedi goes on to win this game. What a game, guys. What a game. This game was so long, and it was very like stressful to say the least. I remember the emotions in this game, like, man, what a game. What a game. And it was just unbelievable. Unbelievable here. I think this was awesome. I think this was awesome. Again, running through this game again. How many moves? This was 49 moves. Not really that long. Not like a, 50 move game. Yeah, it's still long, but man, it felt like it was forever. It felt like it was forever. And for people that just getting here, didn't know what happened. Actually, here it is in fast motion here as we just go through it real quickly. Knight c3, knight f6, bishop g5, e5, takes, f4, a6. This is all regular theory. Knight f3. I learned a bit about chess just now. My head hurts. There you go. There you go. That's where it ended. That's where it ended. He resigned. Queen takes b5. It was over. He resigned. Congrats for the battle win. Thanks, Martin Kessler. He goes knight b6. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a move. c5 is the usual. So I just go queen d2 like I can usually do. Bishop d7. I castle. He goes bishop b5. I'm like, oh, snap. What? Who is this guy? Who is this wizard I'm playing? I've never seen this move before. Is this a new move? I didn't know they moved like that. Like I didn't know that this was a move. So he played it. And then I played king b1. Snap, snap. We go some more moves here. Takes. Knight c4. He's always trying, I'm always able to defend knight d1. So I just made 5 mistakes out of 7. Oh, okay. Well, hey, the other 2 you didn't get wrong, bro. So that's good. A3 got real scared about this, but we still going. Rook c8, f5. It's like, you know what? It's time to go here. Snap, snap, rook e1. Queen c5, he jumped off the deep end, but didn't even know it. Somebody get him. Send a stretcher. Snap on e5. Oh my goodness. It's going down. Snap, rook e1, rook f8, queen e3, knight c6, take with check. Then we start to attack here. We start to attack. He played well, just not Jedi level. Correct. Benatori says, is this a good line in the French? It's playable, and not to say that it's like great or anything. It's very playable though. It's not losing, and you can get different positions and throw people off. That's why it's good. Knight to b3, make threats. So I hit the queen. So many other moves, but this one's the best. Queen e7, snap with check, hitting the queen, forcing queen to d7. Queen c5, hit him with a rook, or hit the rook. Hit him with a threat, also hitting rook to d1. Matt Smith with the 1-2. 300 bits. Sandman just slapped me. He says, good night, everyone. Thanks so much, Matt Smith. Thanks for the donations today and the bits, bro. Appreciate the love. You're awesome, bro. Knight b3 is the best of the game. Thanks, Quinn. Yeah, that move saved like everything. It was the strongest move. Thanks for the follow, Robodex. Appreciate it. Queen c5. I'm hitting a rook here, and rook d1 to line up and hit him with the thing. So rook to d1, and now he plays king c7, kind of only move, connects the rooks, and gets out of this at the same time. Then we hit him with the star move of the game. Rook e7 said puzzle rush, but this was before puzzle rush, so I just stood up and just looked at him. But puzzle rush is what you would say now. Rook e7, and then queen takes, knight d5, check, snap. Then it gets crazy from here, and the rest is technique. A lot of it. B4, snap, snap. Hit him with the check. We take here. Gets a little bit crazy. Hold up. Don't take the rook. Don't jump off the deep end. Puzzle rush. It's embarrassing. c3. Get out the way. Check. Check. Take. Mate on b2. Watch yourself, big fella. Take on b5, and he resigns. And the game was over. Very strong stuff. Very strong opponent. Very strong game. It was just a strong day. Everything was strong. So thank you so much for watching. This is going on the YouTube.